Okay, next video, and we're still here. Now, I've just rewatched the last video, and I realised that I may be putting the fear of God in some of you, from the way I was harking on about this being almost like gambling. Don't let me put you off. I'd rather be realistic with my claims here. This is a business, and many businesses start off initially making a controlled loss, and then they tweak and they optimize and they improve until it's profitable. It's not a foregone conclusion that you immediately advertise and immediately make money. View this as a benefit. If it was this easy, and in the past it used to be, because Google AdWord costs were so low, you could pay 1 cent per click, that anyone who got involved as an affiliate marketer, this was a new business, would become wildly successful. Now you have every other website promising you get-rich schemes, which are really selling you little more than the advice of push some affiliate products through AdWords. Every other website recommends this approach, and the fact is, if you don't tweak, if you're not careful, it's quite hard to make that work. When we have our mailing list, however, what we're doing with quality content really puts us head and shoulders above everyone else, and this is why you can't cut corners with this. I mean, you really have to. It's a business. It's a long-term thing. So let's just get going, okay? Campaigns up the top left. Okay. Yep. Hidden here. New campaign. Now remember, we talked campaigns, ad groups, ads. Campaign is the top level. If you have not created anything here, you'll have to create a new campaign. You couldn't skip to the ads. If I were to click ads and go new ad, then that would be placed inside the campaign that's kind of selected, if you will. Yeah? If I had several campaigns and I clicked on the ads tab here, they would all be listed, not just the Expertiva ones. I happen to only have one campaign, but this is a way of viewing all your ads, all your ad groups. Excuse me. So we want to go to campaigns, new campaign. I'm trying to speed this up. I'm not trying to slow walk anyone through this. It's obvious to me because I've done this a few times. It can be quite scary when it's the first time you're doing it. Okay. Now up the top you see these kind of arrows are showing us the steps that will be involved in getting an ad online. Select campaign settings, and then you can see the next one is create ad group. Remember what I said? Campaigns, then ad groups, then ads. So I could predict here that we'll create an ad group, and the next step will be to create the ad. So right now, select campaign settings. You can load some settings here, or you can take some from an existing campaign. We're not going to do that, but in future that can save you time. General campaign name. I'm going to call it John Andrew Cameron, because if you remember, that's my name and it's the name of my website. I'll see that and I'll know straight away anything I'm doing through Google AdWords to do with that website will be found within this campaign. And if I were to suddenly kill that website and pull out of that niche, all I would need to do is pause this campaign and everything to do with it would cease. So that is the benefit of structuring this properly. Languages. I mean, it really is just a case of reading this. Locations. Now, here is how they can fleece you for money. Remember I said be careful? You do have to be careful. Sometimes all countries and territories will be selected by default here. And what would happen? My ads would be shown in Germany, Spain. No, we don't want that. I'm going to go with United Kingdom here. It's pretty much on the money that you probably want to target America and North America, right? That is the typical market for the internet. I'm just going to choose United Kingdom for now. If this is successful, well, there's roughly, I think, 65 million people in the United Kingdom. Okay, I believe there is something approaching 600 million in America. That's an order of magnitude more, so I could sandbox this campaign in my own small country and then take that to America if it works. Okay, you see what I'm doing here? You could just jump straight to America, it makes no difference. But this does matter. This does matter. You do not want to select this unless you have some kind of grandmaster world dominance plan with your squeeze page. Languages, English, not always selected, important. This is important. Networks and devices. Now see what they've done here, recommended for new advertisers. Let me choose. Let me choose. You want to be choosing. I don't care what it suggests. Search. Google search. Search partners. Untick. Search partners. Display network. Honestly, untick it. What this means is you'll be on another website. I don't know, say I'm not actually familiar with the display network, or I can't give you an example, but let's imagine you're on Amazon and a Google ad came up on Amazon. I don't believe traffic from the display network is as motivated as the search. And search partners, again, I think the best quality traffic is going to come from Google. It's just a personal thing. Apart from anything else, if you tick display network, your money is going to be drained very quickly showing your advertisements on just random websites. Just select Google search. If you're struggling, if you set all of this up, you can always come back and you get no traffic. Let's say you've picked something really obscure, then you can try display network and kind of backpedal. But it's easier to set up a campaign and have it kind of underperforming, and then raise your bids, show it in more places until it does perform, than it is to just throw it everywhere and hope something sticks, because that is a great way to lose money. That is the same kind of approach as we're taking overall here. You want to be as specific as possible. We're doing okay for time. Devices. I don't want it showing on a mobile device. I don't want it showing on a tablet. Now, times are changing. You may remember from my last video, I'm actually struggling with my internet connection as I make these videos. I have to do it through a mobile dongle. People probably do buy things through their mobile phones now. I'm not fully up to speed with that. And I know that when I'm browsing the internet with my phone, it's really kind of a last resort on the bus. I'm bored kind of thing. I only really spend money when I'm sitting at my computer. So again, these really seem like second-rate choices for showing your advertisement. Untick them. You can come back. Now, bidding and budget. I'm just going to pause this. Okay, we're back. We're just in the bidding section. I just had to do some maths there. Okay. This section, the first time I came through to create an advertisement, this is something I just thought, oh, who cares? And I believe I put my default bid in as £1, and my budget as £50, and it went in a day. Don't trust AdWords to set your bids to help maximize clicks. I'm not saying that Google is evil or they're going to scam you out of money here, but that's always a bit suspicious to me. They are out to make money, and they're going to take a lot of money if you say, spend what you want. This is your money. Do not be spendthrift with it. It's kind of like leaving a tap on overnight and saying to Google, you send as much water through as you want. They might send a lot of water through and flood your house. So we've got our default bid. This is what you pay per click. Okay, this is kind of like the standard. Individual advertisements and keywords can differ, can override this. If you say to make this a low number, I'm going to go for 10 pence. I believe that's 25 cents for my American friends watching. Budget. That's £5 per day. All things considered. Now, this won't be eligible for much, if I'm being honest, and I'll have to drive it up. But let's begin there. Budget. Actual spending may vary. Yeah, there you see. It explains it here. It does the maths for it. It might go a little bit over £5 per day, so it's kind of a ballpark figure. With my rudimentary maths here, I'm looking at 50 clicks a day. It's nothing to turn your nose up at when we're just kind of running a little experiment here, just to get some kind of starting figures on how my page is performing. Right, believe it or not, we're at 10.5, so I'll see you in the next video.